parenting? Should I get an IUD? Can I have sex in quarantine? How do I move on after a relationship? What's the deal with foot fetishes? How hard is a penis actually supposed to be? I'm glad you asked. My show, Sexology with Shan Boodram, is going there.
We're very curious and ready.
Curious and ready are my favorite words. It's time to get the sex education that you never got.
You being such a certified dating coach and sexpert, I like to call it. What are some tricks and tips that people can do right now to meet someone during these times?
I think that the option of online is probably
The most obvious one, and I think that it's actually one that has definitely changed. What 2020 has provided, in addition to chaos, pain, and confusion, has been a bit more slowness and a lot more of attention on intimacy and a lot more attention on actually connecting with people. And nobody wants to just be, chatting with 50,000 people. They want to make a connection with someone that they can talk to every night, someone that they can share some of their fears that they're going with, because we're all dealing with so much. We're looking for real people that we can share that with. And we don't have the same work interactions. We don't have the same grocery store. We don't go to the gym like we used to. So I think the prioritization on intimacy has definitely raised.
I don't know if you're in LA, but I'm in LA. And it's the infamous thing where women are always like, dating out here is so hard. How do we as women, because I'm single too, so I'm gonna just throw myself out there. How do women overcome that?
I think that the thing that's great about
Living in a city like LA is that perseverance is probably already a good friend of yours that you are well acquainted with. You understand that things don't come easily, that you have to work a little harder, that it takes an extra conversation, not just with someone else, but also with yourself. It takes extra work. So all the things that you have done to survive in this city are probably the same as what you need to do to create the intimate life that you want. Getting an apartment in LA is not easy. Getting a job, getting a way to get around, finding a social circle, everything here is so difficult to do. And we shouldn't silo off dating to say, well, everything else has been hard, dating should be easy. The same processes that you took to move to the city, the same stick-to-itiveness, the fact that you found mentors, the fact that you devoted yourself, the fact that you took online classes, the fact that you watched videos from other people that you could learn from and get inspired from, all the things that you did to get to the level of success that you've achieved now in your career are probably around the same habits that you should apply to trying to get great at dating.
You and your husband have been very open about you guys' relationship, which started out as a casual relationship and then formed into that. I feel like every girl nowadays dreams of that. How did you guys make this work? How did you go from casual into, this becoming, like we like to say, your baby daddy, but it's your husband as well?
One of the greatest piece of advice that a friend of mine,
Dr. Barry, said to me is that healthy intimacy is a building process and it's brick by brick. So it's not building by building. A lot of times when we get into connections, we think about the building that we want to end up in versus the small bricks that we want to lay down to see what this building is going to end up being. And so intimacy is taking small measured steps, and measured meaning take a step, stop, be like, do you feel good? Do I feel good? Do you want to go back? Should we move forward? Should we hang out here for a while? And so I feel like what was really great about my interaction with Jared, my husband, is that we didn't intentionally set out to do that. That's exactly what we did. We're so focused on picking a title and then working towards the behaviors of that. Whereas in our relationship, it's always been, here's what our behaviors are. Here's what our connection is. What word best suits what we're experiencing?
For the people out there who are trying to find love, what are some best ways that they can find it now or even in the future, especially when they're looking for marriage or they're looking for something a little more serious?
I think it's important to have long-term goals. I think it's also important to have short-term goals.
I think there's a very big difference as well, too, between having a goal that you want to meet and placing an expectation on a person that you just met. So my long-term goal might be to be in a partnered relationship, but I'm not going to place that expectation on a human being that I haven't even had the chance to suss out yet. A lot of people approach dating as if every person could be the one versus I'm looking for the one and I'm dating and I'm exploring to see if you are. It's great to have these intentions out there, but I think leading with that puts out the wrong energy. It puts out a desperate energy, and you're not desperate.
My last question is, and I feel like this is a lot for women because I also do some other stuff with empowering women and they ask us a lot. Where do you find men, especially in LA?
Being more clear about what is going to bring you joy and bring out the best in you will help you to make better decisions on where your search should be. Really think about, all right, I'm not limiting myself, I'm zoning. What does my ideal partner do for a living? What does my ideal partner do for their hobbies? Where does my ideal partner hang out? What grocery stores do they go to? And can I align myself on there? Or what kind of dating app would they be on? Would they be on OkCupid? Would they be on Tinder? Would they be on something more niche? Like, those are the questions that you should ask. Nothing has come to me by luck or by chance. Nothing has just fallen into my lap. Not the Quibi show, not my husband, nothing. Everything has just been really cerebral and process oriented. And so I'm happy to pass that advice on as the alternative to the Disney storyline.